In a world of anti-violence, the sport of boxing is doing all it can to hold itself up. Here now to talk about the business of boxing in the sport's future, former world title holder and Olympic champion boxer Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar, I know you're making the rounds promoting the next big fight. We'll get to that, but I want to start, sort of this new era that we're in where there's too much toxic masculinity and things like boxing and mixed martial arts coming under some pressure.
Well, I mean, look, boxing has always been a gentleman's sport, meaning, look, you have two competitors inside the ring who are basically trying to knock each other's heads off for 12 rounds in a championship fight. But the beautiful part about boxing is that once the fight is over, you get to hug each other, you take each other out to dinner if you're friends, and you call it a night. I mean, that's what boxing is all about. Yes, it is a tough sport. Yes, it's a very violent sport. Depends on how you look at it. But I think there's a reason why they call it a gentleman's sport.
And of course, there's been a lot of pushback on football recently. People don't want their kids to play. Yeah. We see a lot of our champions or champions in the sport coming from outside of America. Inside of America, is the sport regaining some of its lost luster? Of course, there was a time when everyone loved the greats and talked about them all the time, and we sort of started to slip from that point.
Well, look, I mean, obviously boxing has been around for decades and generations, and the sport of boxing will continue to be around for forever. You have your ups and downs. It's like, for instance, we had Mike Tyson in the heavyweight division. The heavyweight division right now is irrelevant. If you live here in the States, I mean, in the UK, there's a heavyweight fighter who's making a lot of noise.
Yeah, he sells out 70 stadiums in 1 minute. Let's get to your fight.
Exactly. So, so the division. Anthony Joshua, who is an amazing fighter, and so look, boxing is slowly but surely coming back. It's about making the best fights happen, and that's exactly what we have here. Cinco de Mayo, we have Canelo Golovkin Part 2, which is going to be amazing.
It is going to be amazing. Listen, I got to be honest. I think they robbed Triple G in the first fight. And I got to be honest also, a lot of people who are just on the fringe of becoming fans get frustrated when the fight card goes to the judges and it just doesn't come out the way everyone thinks it will. But I'm sure there's going to be major fisticuffs. One of these fighters you think could be the next Golden Boy?
Well, look, I mean, and you're absolutely right. I mean, there's judges out there who just I guess, distract everyone from enjoying a terrific fight. I mean, there's sometimes controversy, like in this last fight with Canelo and Triple G, the first time around, a judge gave it 118-110, which is ridiculous. Right. It was a close fight. It was a great fight. I have to disagree with you. I thought my boy Canelo won, but that's the beauty of the sport, is that when you have such a close, tight fight, you have to see it again. And the beauty about both guys is that look, these are the two best middleweights in the division, and they're knockout artists. And I believe somebody's going to go down on May 5th, and it's going to be a great fight.
All right, Oscar De La Hoya, it's always great talking to you. Thank you very much.